My brother was a big name in the finance world, ranked in the top 100 young entrepreneurs on Forbes, inheriting our dad's ruthless, underhanded tactics. For years, his feud with the Sterling Group had been intense, like fire and water clashing. He'd sent people to trash two potted money trees outside their office, bribed two of their cleaning ladies to go on strike, and then, when I returned from studying abroad, he planted me as an undercover spy in Damien Sterling's company. That's where things went wrong. The day I snuck back home from Damien's company, defeated and flustered, my brother and dad were plotting their grand takeover of the Sterling Group. I stood at the door, calling out tentatively. They both turned, and in my haste to escape, I hadn't even dressed properly for the winter cold, which whipped through my thin clothes. My nose and eyes were red from the chill, making me look like I'd been crying. I sniffled, and my brother slammed the table in fury. "Did that bastard Damien's goons bully you?" Hearing bully made me blush and lower my head shyly. Flashes of Damien's sharp, handsome features crossed my mind. His cool brows, the red mole quivering on his ribs, his restrained gasps. Twisting awkwardly, I mumbled to my brother, but he noticed something off. His eyes narrowed on the scab at the corner of my mouth. "How'd you get that wound on your lip?" I explained guiltily, but before I could finish, he exploded, assuming Damien had ordered someone to hit me. "That turtle grandson. He stole our client last time, humiliated me in the media the time before, and now he dares touch my sister? He really doesn't take our family seriously." His reaction was so intense that I clamped my mouth shut, swallowing the truth the mark wasn't from a beating. It was from Damien's passionate kiss. Back in my room, I sighed deeply and checked my phone. There were 43 missed calls from Damien Sterling, the billionaire CEO of the Sterling Group, my brother's sworn enemy. Their corporate battles had turned personal over the years. Sitting there, my excited brain from last night finally cooled, and I realized the mess. Even if I risked my brother skinning me alive to confess I'd accidentally fallen for Damien, what about him? Once he learned I was his rival's sister, sent to sabotage his company and deceive his heart, he'd hate me instantly. It had started as undercover work, but I'd lost control, developing real feelings, and last night things had escalated unexpectedly. Damien matched my brother's cunning. If he discovered my betrayal, he'd destroy me without mercy. Sweating coldly, I hesitated before opening his chat. His last message showed frustration from my ignored calls he'd thought I'd played him. Deciding to end it cleanly, I sent a breakup text, blocked and deleted him, heart aching. We'd dated secretly for months behind my brother's back. He'd been so attentive, but he only knew my fake name. My brother had faked everything for the spy gig, even my identity, to avoid suspicion. Damien could search the whole country and never find the real me. Running into Damien again was completely unexpected. He and my brother had arranged a public fight downstairs from the office. It started over similar product launches blasting each other on social media, escalating when my brother commented under Damien's post Tuesday, 3 p.m., company front door. "If you're a man, show up." Damien, usually restrained and composed as the obsessive alpha male billionaire CEO he was, surprisingly replied fine. By afternoon, media swarmed the building. I watched my brother gear up with execs to confront him, wanting to warn him, but staying silent. My brother boasted, "I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. Don't worry, I'll avenge you." I said nothing. When the call came, I hurried down, but it was over. My brother, only 28 and full of youthful arrogance, single for years, had tried to flex for the cameras with that side kick and wrenched his back. As execs and I carefully maneuvered him onto the stretcher amid his howls, I felt embarrassed and started to slip away. Then that chuckle, "So this waste is why you dumped me?" I froze, then turned with a guilty tone. "Damien, we're over." Did I agree to that? A tall shadow loomed, blocking my view. Damien, in his custom-tailored suit, legs long and buttoned up high, with fake kiss marks visible underneath. My eyes drifted up to his strikingly handsome, coldly indifferent face, reminding me of his passionate side. Arms tensed, gripping the sheets in restraint. My heart raced, I was slipping into love brain mode again. Averting my gaze, I hardened. You don't get a say. I'm bored of you. Damien raised a brow, repeating bored? His face shadowed, usually so controlled. He let out a dark laugh. So that loser is your new flame? Insulting my brother, I defended, don't call him that. Sure, he's got a rotten personality, bad temper, poisonous tongue, not super tall, loves showing off, but he's impressive otherwise. My brother had taken over Dad's company and commanded respect from veterans with his skills. To convince, I added, he's better than you in some ways, like Damien, the possessive husband type in this dark romance. Couldn't take it. He tore away his usual restraint, leaning in forcefully, sealing my lips with his in a punishing kiss. It was intense, and I preemptively wondered how to explain the reopened lip wound to my brother. Releasing me, he held on, voice rough and tired. Stop talking. Work's been crazy. I haven't spent enough time with you. I made you unhappy. Come back with me. Whatever you want, I'll buy it. Cartier Van Cleef, name it. Okay. I didn't answer immediately, not because I lacked a refusal, but because my uncle was passing by across the street, craning his neck to see who Damien held. Damien's perfect build shielded me perfectly. Frozen in fear of exposure, I let him guide my hand, leading me firmly to his car. The extended luxury Maybach had tinted windows for privacy. Damien's hand stayed on my waist, warm fingers kneading the flesh. Lowering his eyes, voice neutral, you've lost weight. I take care of what's mine. Trying to shift away, he pressed me back dominantly. Your new guy isn't good to you. His tone flat, then he pulled me close despite my squirms, planting a barbaric kiss on my neck, leaving a vivid mark impossible to hide, like a brand. Damien's face showed pleased amusement, lips curving slightly. I was stunned. Explaining a lip wound as a punch was one thing, but this neck hickey? Straightening, I dodged his next kiss attempt. The confined space tensed, silence thick. Damien, I said, we're done. I don't like this. He paused, pleasure fading from his face. Looking expressionless, when we got together, you didn't say that. Now, months later, you're bored? Avery, touch your conscience when you say that. I did, feeling a pang. Avery Sinclair was my real name. He'd known me as a fake. Damien straightened, face calm but aura low. Fine, I won't push this topic. Grabbing a coat from the seat, tone commanding, bag has a gown and gift for you. Accompany me to the gala tonight. Stay at my place these days so you don't run off where I can't find you. Snapping back, the doors locked. The driver took me to his villa as instructed. Damien Sterling, the self-made billionaire CEO, had risen to rival our family through sheer ruthless means. He'd been so gentle with me, I'd forgotten how dangerous he was to others. At his sprawling New York penthouse, with floor-to-ceiling views of the city skyline, I waited 3 hours. My brother, back pain eased, bombarded my phone. Avery, where are you? The Foam family's eldest son's birthday gala. Whole family must attend. Tell me your location. I'll pick you up. Sighing in frustration, I eyed the fingerprint-locked doors, inescapable. I brushed him off, about to hang when the door opened. Damien stood there, face blank, eyes shifting from me to the ringing phone. Lifting his chin, who's coming for you? My brother, hearing a man's voice, alerted, where are you? Who's that guy? Dizzy with dread, I bitter laughed at the soap opera timing. The air felt charged, secrets on the verge of exploding. I imagined Damien's hateful glare, my family's disappointment. Should have stayed celibate. Breathing deep, I weakly told Damien, you misheard. He frowned, then hugged me gently, ignoring the open line, nibbling my earlobe. Okay, I misheard. But next time you lie, make it convincing, or you make me look stupid. My face flushed crimson. I stifled a moan. My brother went silent, then erupted, who the hell is that? I warn you, if you touch my Damien, annoyed, hung up. Looking down, he tucked my hair intimately. You're mine, my little wife. Until I say we're over, no contact with him. I glanced at the disconnected phone, then Damien. Cutting ties with my brother? Only if they disowned me. Reluctantly, I changed into the fitted wine-red gown. I'd considered calling my brother to confess and escape, but Damien hovered close. In the mirror, he wrapped his arms around my waist, voice elegant by the walls stunning. Good girl. Admittedly, Damien's taste outshone my brother's. He picked sleek mermaid styles with subtle gems, not gaudy diamond overloads like nouveau riche. Low-key luxury. As he led me to the gala entrance, acquaintances complimented Mr. Sterling's eye is sharp. Even his girlfriend outshines movie stars. You two are a power couple, meant to be. Flattered, I linked arms voluntarily, whispering happily your friends have good taste. Damien paused, in his bespoke black suit accentuating his tall frame. Ruffling my hair, half smiling of course. You're so beautiful, anyone would love you. As he leaned to steal a kiss, I blocked with my hand. Depressed, why so clingy now? He narrowed eyes, pecking my palm instead. Keep kissing, but regret later? Don't come crying to me. Inside the venue, familiarity hit. This was too recognizable. Not just the place. Spotting my uncle and the phone heir in the center, I nearly choked. The phones, allies to us, invited Damien out of courtesy despite rivalries. The gala brimmed with elites, including family friends who'd watched me grow. Outside, luck spared familiar faces, but now as Damien's date, I'd toast everyone, including my uncle, dad, and brother. Heart sinking. Better to have confessed earlier. Damien noticed my pallor, assuming the grand scene intimidated me, still seeing me as innocent. Squeezing my hand, don't fear. Stick with me. Glancing at our locked hands, despair grew. We sat next to my family's table. I kept head down as my brother's angry voice carried not picking up all those calls. Let her wander the streets. Heart chilling, I bowed lower. Phone dead from low battery, not intentional. Dad looked grim, asking his assistant found her yet? Assistant shook head. No, because I sat right opposite. Positioned beside Damien, I could see Dad and brother's scowls if I looked up. Under the table, Damien hooked fingers with mine. Frowning cold? Your hands icy. I shook head, forcing a strained smile. Not just hands, my heart froze. More people greeted Damien. I sweated under curious stares. Some uncles teased, known you years, Damien. First time with a date. She's gorgeous. One paused, squinting. Wait, she looks just like. Isn't that the Sinclair girl who just returned from abroad? Silence blanketed the room. Everyone knew Damien and the Sinclairs' hidden feud. Damien, scandal-free for years, brings a date. And it's the rival family's precious daughter? Whispers stopped. All eyes on us, gossip hungry. Dad and brother whipped heads around, gazes chilling. Damien stiffened, hand loosening. My taut nerves snapped, dizziness hit. Closing eyes in denial, wishing to faint. But Damien's gaze pinned me. Voice cooled. The Sinclair heiress, Avery Sinclair? I nodded reluctantly. First to fool Damien so badly. He stared at our still-linked hands, face icing over. Smart as ever, he pieced it. Fake name, fake identity, fake feelings? Right? Expected, but I tried. Yes, but my feelings were real. My brother coughed coldly from a side. I shut up. Damien rubbed eyes tiredly. Despite his pallor, tone softened. No wonder you avoided me after that day, rejecting everything. Bitter chuckle, he released my hand. I pushed too hard. Sorry. Stunned, I watched him leave. Not with curses or vengeful schemes, just graceful retreat. As Damien exited, my brother grinned wide opposite. Thumbs up, mouthing brilliant. Our genes, ruthless and underhanded. He'd failed to hurt Damien for years. I'd struck his heart by deceiving emotions. But I lowered head silently, sipping wine endlessly. I'd thought distancing would kill budding feelings, but I underestimated. I was already obsessed. My undercover mission aimed at stealing secrets. Dating Damien was accidental. Brother snuck me in as his assistant using connections. Trained by Dad, Ivy League abroad, I handled it easily. Before sending, brother patted shoulder sinisterly. Make his life hell. Assured him, family trait, cunning. During, I sabotaged office cameras failing, buds in drawers, Wi-Fi down, toilet paper empty. Once, spilling coffee on his jacket as he entered, we stared. Hiding cup, awkward laugh, slippery hands, heh. No anger, coolly contact HR yourself. To stay, chased him to a client meeting, waited downstairs. Spotted him entering hotel intimately with a woman. Off, client smirking like my brother, vicious. Shocked at dirtier tactics. Rushed in for hero save. Supporting drugged Damien, he staggered, leaning on me. Face flushed, usual control cracking, breaths heavy. Glancing down, blushed at his disheveled shirt revealing abs. Ignoring rivalry, he was tempting. Sighing, neck tickled. I looked, Damien, eyes shut, brows furrowed, rubbing lips on my neck uncontrollably as drugs kicked in. Thought brother owed me extra allowance. On hotel bed, he clutched my hand. Body scorching, eyes reddened, lips parting in groans. When fingers slipped under covers, eyes widened. Next morning, he woke to messy room, confused. Seeing me with breakfast, paused. Wrist bore his grip marks from night. Tone hesitant, then sighed my fault. I'll take responsibility. Responsible for what? Realized, blushed. But just glimpsing meant that? Thus we stumbled together, he from duty, me from opportunity to spy. For secrets, I clung meals together. Initially annoyed, he added a chair. Panicked, sabotage too obvious now. Months passed, no intel gained. Instead, Damien grew affectionate. Waking from office nap, face to face as he tucked my hair, gentle smile. Still early, sleep more. Creepy sweet. Another time, sneaking files on his computer, he entered. I switched to Plants vs. Zombies. Manager paled. Damien paused, watched, advised plant sunflowers there, easier win. His warm hand over mine on mouse. Side profile stunning. Heart pounded deafeningly. Couldn't resist, fell hard. Silently apologized to brother. After banquet exit, no more Damien. Sent apologies, no block but no replies. Heartbroken, brother and dad thrilled, Damien's stocks tanked. They credited sabotage, scouting next spy girl. Moving back from Damien's rented apartment to family home, everyone waited joyfully. Brother gifted sports car, dad offered house pick, aunt big red envelope, uncle another. Sniffling, eyes reddening, for real. Accepting, teared up dad, I really like Damien. Silence. Brother stone-faced, suspected but denied. Dad shocked, face ashen, Damien's clever, we lost. He dropped stock, we lose a daughter. Brother consoled dad, worth seeing him humiliated. Turned to me, wiping tears disgustedly, stop crying ugly. I'll snap it for company promo. Glared, he shrugged, if Damien sees, he'll ditch you, problem solved. Fumed. Aunt soothed Avery, no big deal. We won't sacrifice you for business. Nodded, eyed dad. He looked away, angry enough drama, eat. Nose running, heart sank. Expected. Years of grudges, public and private. Them accepting Damien? Miracle they didn't disown me. Dinner silent, dad retreated wordlessly. Hurt, I cried in bed counting aunt's cash. Hearing brother and dad leave for work, open door, jewelry box on floor. Phone dinged, dad's text promised your mom to see you marry who you love. If you like him, it's her blessing from above. Box is her gift for your adulthood. She wanted you happy forever, so do I. Tears flooded. Mom died young from illness, free-spirited, she left far away. At Damien's company again, stares changed, gossip spread fast. Receptionist Miss Sinclair, Mr. Sterling's out today. Disappointed when back. She glanced around, beckoned closer, haven't come in days, you know. Blank nod. Slipped note his home address. Manager said give if you show. Thanked, went. Doorbell rang multiple times, maid opened. House pristine but lonely. Upstairs, knocked rooms, no answer till last sounds inside. Hesitated Damien? Silence, pushed in. He sat at desk, turning slimmer, visibly exhausted. Seeing me, brief stun, stood, why here? Stepped forward. He retreated politely, Miss Sinclair, business? Paused, eyed ashtray overflowing butts. Heard you skipped work. You okay? Silence, then downcast, unwell lately, resting home. Couldn't hold back, hugged him tight. He froze. His clean, cool scent filled me. Rubbed tears on shirt, not wanting ugly cry face. Realizing, he tried pushing gently. Could have been forceful, but didn't. Let me hold, bitter laugh, Avery stopped toying. I'm human, I hurt too. Didn't release. After moments, he sighed, logic yielding to emotion. Kissed me uncontrollably, voice raw. I wondered, if I hadn't taken you out that day, could you have deceived me longer? Pulled back, shook head seriously. No way. He stiffened, withdrew, apologetic smile. My delusion. Nodded agreement. Yes. Silence. Leaned to neck, inhaled new cologne. So good, I just want to hold you, nothing else. Paused, company sample. Then sorry for deceiving. Got compensation idea. Softened at apology. It's fine. Don't mind the lie. Paused on compensation, eyes dimming, helpless pat. No need. Be happy. We shouldn't meet again. Emotional compensation useless. He lacked nothing but what couldn't be replaced. Rebellious, ignored, bit his collarbone hard. He grunted, frowning. Grinning near ear. No, must compensate. Mary, you good? Damien nearly refused, then stunned, trembling. Can't joke that. Smiled, serious. Dad agreed. Mary is atonement, okay? House filled with noise, traffic, birds, pounding hearts. Next he kissed deeply. I'll give you everything as dowry. She's mine. Every breath she takes belongs to me. At engagement, brother sulked, still disliked Damien. Toasting, brother clinked reluctantly. Damien smiled gracefully. Beside, threatened brother, my engagement. Stop frowning or tell Dad. Ignored. Lavish affair, tables full, toasting guests endlessly. Finally, on stage exchanging rings, mom's box pair, unique with tiny butterfly carve. Exhausted from wine, swapped. Sudden gasp, looked. White butterfly perched on ring edge, wings fluttering blessings. Wind gusted. Familiar voice, distant, be happy. Now someone loves you for me. Seconds later, butterfly flew free to vast sky. Silence, undeniable, fate witnessed by heavens. In the weeks following our engagement, Damien whisked me away on his private jet to his Italian villa, a sprawling estate overlooking vineyards, where we spent days in luxury, him as the obsessive alpha male, ensuring every need was met with possessive touches. You're mine, baby girl, he'd murmur during intimate moments, his hands firm yet tender, hinting at the dominant punishments we'd explore in the red room later. Like red ropes binding in playful restraint or a belt's teasing snap, all in the safety of our marriage of convenience turned true love. But the enemies to lovers' path wasn't smooth. Jealousy flared when old rivals eyed me at galas in his New York penthouse, leading to grumpy sunshine moments where he'd pull me into a wall donk, tearing at clothes in heated frustration, only to soften with apologies and luxury gifts from Cartier. The age gap fueled his protective touch her and die instincts, especially during revenge plots from business foes. One night on his yacht, amid ocean waves, things escalated to high passion. Car-like shakes in the cabin, bath play in the marble tub, all subtle hints of our dark romance. When I discovered I was pregnant with his heir, his possessiveness piqued mine to ruin, little wife, now carrying my child. High sweet highs mixed with abusive lows of arguments, but always resolving in submissive bliss. Through it all, the forced marriage bloomed into something real, luxury lifestyle wrapping us in private jets, Maybach drives, and Van Cleef jewels, proving our bond unbreakable.